Okay, so a bit of a maths challenge today for you to have a go at. So I've rolled some numbers and I have to make them now. So I know you all have a dice, so some of you might have, where have mine gone? Oh, here they are. You might have just a 1 to 9 dice. Some of you might have some with the 10s on them, with the 100s, and then some even with the 1000s. So this is a maths challenge that everyone can do, no matter what level they're working on, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay. So the number that I rolled, if I'm working on numbers to 20, I had a 1, and then I rolled a dice and I got a 3. So I had to make the number 13. So in the number 13, and I used my paper, my scrap paper. Now if you don't have paper, that's okay, you could just draw it. I made that it's got 1 10 and 3 1s, and that makes 13. So 10, 11, 12, 13. And I made this one a big long stick of 10, so you could tell. And then there's my 1s. But I could also make the number 13 with just 13 1s. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I cut a 10 up into 1s, and then there's my 3 1s again. So that's 2 ways that I could make the number 13 if I was practicing numbers to 20. That's a challenge number 1. So challenge number 2 is getting your dice and rolling it twice and getting a number between 0 and 100. So when I rolled my dice, I got the number, I'm going to write it up there, 45. 45. So I know, and I'm going to glue these in, the number 45 has 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, and I've made them long big sticks. And then I've got my 1s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 40, 45. So I'm going to glue them in. Now, I could sit here and draw 45 1s, or cut out 45 1s, but that might take me a really, really long time. So I wonder if you could rename it in another way. So I've stuck them in now. I've got my 4 10s for 40 and my 5 1s for 5, 45. Now, I'm not going to do it in 1s. I'm going to give myself a bit of a challenge. So I've done over here to show you that you can draw it too. You don't have to have paper. If I said there was only 3 10s in 45, that would mean that I'd need to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll show you. So I drew 10 1s here to rearrange it. So I've had 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So which way I look at it, whether it has 3 10s now and 15 1s, or it had 4 10s and 5 1s, 45 can be made lots of different ways. I could only draw 2 10s and make that one into 1s. So 45 could be made up of 2 10s and 25 1s. It's a bit of a challenge today to get you to think about numbers and all the different ways that we can make them and represent them. Helps us think about how many 10s and 1s are in a number too. So, it's the second challenge. If you're working to numbers up to 100, have a go at making a number. So you could use it with paper or you can draw them 2 different ways. I best add in how I made it. Oh. So it could be 3 10s and 15 ones, or it could be 4 10s and 5 ones. Okay, so that's challenge number 2, up to 100. So if you were going to try the hardest challenge, you would have to know that the number 100 makes up 10 tens. Let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So there's 10 tens in 100, just like there's 10 ones in 10. So I rolled my dice and I had the number 261. So I rolled my 10 dice and my 100 dice, as well as my 1 dice. So I drew my hundreds as squares because I needed to tell them differently from my tens. So I've got 100, 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens, and 1 1. Or if I wanted to make it another way, this is why I chose to draw this one, because that would have taken a lot of cutting. I had 100 here, and then I broke up my second 100 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. So there's a 200. I've still got my 6 there and my 1. So now it's 100, 16 tens, and 1 1. There's plenty of other ways you could do it. This was just how I decided to break up my 1. So I could say there's 2 hundreds. I'm going to do a H for hundreds. 6 tens, a 6 and a T for tens. And 1 1. That's a 1 and a O for ones. Or I could say there's 100. 16 tens and 1 1. I might write the word 1 1. Lots of different ways you can make up numbers. So that's option number 3. If you're really wanting to give you a challenge, you could try do the thousands as well. So if there's 10 ones that make up 10, there's 10 tens that make up 100. How many hundreds make up 1,000? Alright, so there's your challenge for the day. Your maths challenge. There's level number 1. You're working for numbers to 20, and that's okay, because we're all working at different levels. Making a number to 20. You could be making a number to 100. Or working up in the hundreds or thousands. So, have a go at renaming numbers and then show me how you did.